Now, I'm so curious about this, because this was one of the videos that was requested in my Discord, and I am so fucking curious about this. I like Dunkey's videos. I've always liked Dunkey's videos. Man deserves his success of like 8 million or 7.5 million subscribers. He 100% deserves all of the success, because I think he's a funny guy, and I'm really interested to see what humiliation ritual Will Smith is now involved in, right? This is also mostly because, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but there's always been like these weird waves of like marketing pushes over the ages, where it's like, for a little while, it's like they'll take Will Smith off the shelf, and they'll put him in public to try and make him popular again. And then he's just cringe as fuck, and they're like, okay, that was a bad idea, and they put him back on the shelf. And then a few years go by, and they're like, hey, remember Will Smith? Let's try that shit again. And then they put him out, and then the same thing happens. This happened with the YouTube Rewind. This has happened with a music career he tried to start. This has happened with video games, and now it's happening again with video games. So I am really interested to see what the fuck this is about. Also, he got cucked by his bald-ass wife, and then he tried to slap Chris Rock, and then Chris Rock got on stage and did like a whole special roasting the shit out of this man, which was funny as fuck. Like, you don't slap a comedian in the face and expect him to not mock the shit out of you relentlessly for the rest of his life. Man, what a dumbass. But anyway, let's see what this is about.
This is Will Smith, and I'm waiting for you in Undawn.
There he is.
Oh,
Will.
God.
Will. I can't talk to him. No, Will, come on. There's no question mark over his head. I can't talk to Will. Come on now, Will. You guys want to hear a joke about Will's weight? Oh, fuck. No. I'm now at the base. Oh, I'm on a motorcycle now. Okay.
Oh, Christ.
That's cool. Level too low. Level too low to ride the motorcycle that I'm on? Stop. This is where I already...
The future of gaming is bright. Just, what the fuck? What the fuck happened to the front of this car bumper? Who thought that this was acceptable? How is it that they're going to try and chase realistic graphics, and then they do that shit? What? Man, this is real special. As long as it doesn't have Timothy Chalamet singing his damn chocolate. No. There is no chocolate. There is no Willy Wonka movie with Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong. That movie doesn't exist to me. I refuse to acknowledge its existence. The only thing that exists to me is the Gene Wilder Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I know people are going to say, yes, Roald Dahl hated it, but guess what? No one else fucking did. It was a good movie. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was an amazing movie, and it doesn't matter that the guy who wrote the book fucking hated it, because everyone else loved it. That's just a simple statement of fact. It will be fine as long as somewhere in the game Will's character has to shout out, "You keep my wife's titties out your mouth." No ways. He will okay, Pluritude, let's be honest. Will Smith will never in his life say keep my wife's tits out your mouth. He will say keep her name out your mouth, right? He'll let you fuck her as long as you don't say anything bad about her while you're doing it. You can rub her bald head while she gives you the Gluck 3000. You know, you can fucking spank her ass and put her in the back of a car, treat her like a like a sex doll. You can do whatever the hell you want to her as long as you don't say anything bad. Then he won't slap you. That's just how it works. That's what he's proven. She didn't. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure she fucked her son's friend. Right? Now that's a low bar to clear. That's a really low bar to clear. Man, that's real bad. So you can do whatever the hell you want. Rub her Buddha head while she gives you polish that shit. You spit shine the top of her head so you can see your own reflection in it. You're like picking your teeth while she's sucking you off. That's just how it is. Aren't there already too many zombie survival games out there? You know what, Animal Worm? There are an infinite number of just survival games out there, and I'm so goddamn sick and tired of it. I am so fucking tired of the survival game formula. There are so many, it's exhausting. It's like, you don't even need to play them to be burned out by them. You just need to look at the list of how many exist. I don't know what the fascination is with survival games, but I feel like it's a trend that's got to die sometime soon, because it's such an oversaturated market. I clicked on it because I was like, Wonka was a messed up story. I'll check it. And yeah, they were singing. Yeah, I refuse to watch that movie. I'm not going to watch that movie.
It was before the cutscene even started.
You certainly don't look like an attacker.
You don't look like you're talking. Die, Jim.
We appreciate your cooperation.
You need to be inspected and registered
Oh
before
my
you can
God.
go inside.
So only the League of Legends.
Holy fucking shit. Now, here's a question. That split down her face, is that a graphical error? Or were they just trying to give her the butt chin so she can blow her nose and wipe her ass at the same time?
Legends characters have animated mouths. We can say goodbye to Amelia or listen to the conversation between Amelia and it just cuts off.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael.
How come this guy's animated now? They just must have ran out of money for that dude. Oh my god, no.
Is this like, what is this game? Is this like the Wish.com fucking PUBG survival elements? What the hell is this game, Dunkey?
You have to wash your clothes in the washing machine in games now. We gotta dial the realism back. You washed your clothes and made them cleaner. Now go talk to Will.
You can go talk to Kane. You just need to talk to our communications specialist, Matilda.
What would you like to know?
When do I get to team up with Will?
You can go talk.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Grishy. I'm sorry, you're wrong. This game doesn't look great for 2005. Maybe 1995, but certainly not 2005.
To Catherine.
I'm Catherine.
I got the motorcycle back. I'm level 2 now. Will.
You got your choice of wheels. Some are more selfie-friendly
Oh,
than
Christ.
others.
Get in.
This is, I don't know if that cutscene right there was like an actual part of the game or whether it was just memeing, but every single game where they like take realistic shit and then they put that in the cutscenes, you can tell that means that it's such low tier budget trash, right? You can tell it's fucking garbage the second they do that kind of stuff.
On this, Will. Come on. Selfie time. Will, selfie.
I'm sure
Oh.
you'll cross paths with him again in the
This
future.
was a sharp turn. This is a good pilot.
We are not your dinner. Period.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes.
I'm not dinner. I'm breakfast. Looks like somebody's been playing kick the can with a can from the Nintendo 64. Let's go over to the abandoned shack. Oh, there's a whole town spawned in.
Okay, I gotta know right now. What is more embarrassing? Will Smith's wife fucking every dude under the sun behind his back? Or his name being associated with this video game? Because right now, I think the video game's winning. I think that may actually be more of humiliation than knowing that, you know, the golf ball you married is just being fucking plowed like a field in the middle of planting season on a farm. God damn. I mean, you really only have two choices in that situation. Either you piece the fuck out and say, I will not abide by that shit soon to be ex-wife, or go all in and be like, doesn't bother me. You've actually got a third option, right? The third option that you actually have in that is, how do I put this without YouTube banning me? It's called the Chris Benoit, right? And if you don't know what that is, you can look it up.
Check this out, y'all. I'm about to hold F. Boom. Level 6, that's how it's done. Now let's cook some
Dinner.
Hold F. The heat has a profound effect on the ingredients, and sometime later, a tantalizing aroma wafts from
fuck.
Who can read that fast? Did they do this instead of like cutscenes? Did they run out of money?
Oh, that's hot.
No, it's not about running out of money. If this is a Chinese game and they're throwing it there, they're using Will Smith for marketing. And this is kind of how the state of video games currently is. It doesn't matter how good or bad your game is. It's how well you can market your game. A shittily marketed game will earn you a higher ROI or return on investment than a game that is good that no one hears about, right? So what these Chinese companies have realized is we can throw some shit together real fast. And if we market it well enough, before people can review it or start mocking it or shitting all over it, we can make an ROI. We can make a return on investment and then just burn the studio down and start again under a different name. That's the trend I've been seeing, at least when it comes to video games like this, is you make a pile of shit, you make your initial return on investment as quickly as possible, and then you stop caring immediately. Now, I don't know how long that strategy is going to last, because eventually you're going to run out of people who are going to fall for the shit. So I don't know, maybe I should be an accelerationist about this. Maybe I should be supporting this kind of stuff so that more people get pissed off, and eventually this no longer works. This like marketing tactic and business idea no longer works, where they get away with making trash garbage, strapping it to a celebrity's name, making just barely enough money to be in profit, and then shutting everything down. Speaking of games no one has heard of, how many survival horror crafter games has lost in the stampede of shit coming out since Palworld? An infinite number. There is an infinite number of games that came out after Palworld trying to like make that formula happen. I know Once Human is even has just blatantly copied some mechanics from Palworld. And I don't know how well Once Human's done because I have zero interest in playing survival horror games. Like, I watched Ilgi play it on my Discord, and man, I gave up after that. I decided, you know what? I've tasted so many various types of shit that I'm good. I don't need another plate of shit to taste. I'm so burned out on seeing survival games like these whole horror survival element, crafting, build a house kind of shit. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted by it.
What?
This is hot.
Level 7, baby, that's how you do this game.
Here, you're free to go anywhere.
I'm going to the bed now because this game is putting me to sleep. You're exhausted, so you fall asleep quickly. You dream that you and Daniel return to the outpost together.
I love this as well. Is the shitty throw up a bunch of text. This is the cheapest, most dog shit like high school video game project for graduation I have ever seen. I saw Valheim Rimworld Cross yesterday that I'd never even heard of. Yeah, that's not too surprising. Let's see, what are the good survival games that exist out there? One of the older ones is Ark Survival Evolved. There's, I suppose Minecraft is the biggest survival game, and that's why everyone's chasing that trend. There's Rust. You're right, Ilgi, Rust. There's Valheim. There's V Rising. Rimworld is, I don't know, Rimworld feels more survival management than survival crafting. Sons of the Forest. I think it's an oversaturated genre. Raft? Yeah, is Raft successful though? What? I need to look at the Steam charts of Raft. What does Raft look like? It's not doing badly. It's actually gaining players over time. Huh. Look at that. I mean, there's an all-time peak of 100K players. God damn. Then they fell off, but that's every single fucking game out there. This is not even like this kind of graph is not a surprise. This is every single video game out there. Is people play it for like a month and then they're done. But that's doing better than I expected it to. Ark, people seem to like that game. Yeah, I already mentioned Ark, Returtum. I like Conan Exiles before they fucked it all to hell, but that mostly because I like the lore and the setting. Yeah, I'm thinking along the lines of something that is like directly survival crafting. Yeah, survival crafting horror, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. Is those three elements have shown up everywhere. Survival crafting horror, right? Now, if you think about it, it's always the same formula. So V Rising, right? You've got to survive, you've got to build shit, and the horror is the fact that it's biting off the whole Dracula vibe. Ark, you got to survive, you got to craft shit, and the horror is that you might get eaten by a dinosaur. Raft, the idea is you survive on a floating little block, you craft shit to make your block bigger, and the horror is you might get eaten by a shark. And then the world's biggest survival game that follows that same formula is Minecraft. You got to survive out in the blocky world. You got to craft yourself absolutely everything. And the horror is that a Minecraft YouTuber might try to contact you if you're underage and try and fuck you. Right? That's, see? It's always the same three elements. Survival, crafting, horror. Always. I think this is an oversaturated market, and I think it's such a fool's errand to look at a game that absolutely dominates in that sector and think, hey, let's pump out a pile of shit and think we can compete on any level. I've watched this happen with MMOs. I've watched this happen with first-person shooters. I've watched this happen with RTS games. It's going to keep fucking happening. Wait, so Habbo Hotel is a survival horror game? Only if you go to the pool, because apparently it was closed all the time. Something about the pool and always being closed. I consider Icarus a survival crafting game for sure. Goddamn weather was unrelenting. Also, I've never seen a game patch and update so insanely after. Yeah, okay, so the game patch was the horror element. Is there crafting in Subnautica? Yes. Subnautica is another one, actually. See, it's always those same three elements, and oh god, it's gotta be so fucking, at some point people have gotta get burned out on this shit. Like, at some point people have gotta stop buying this garbage. And so the same thing that happened to MMOs is gonna happen to the survival crafting horror genre, and then it's gonna be a new genre, something else is gonna pop off, and then there's gonna be a million clones of it. I'm so tired of that same, just seeing that same cyclical pattern over and over again. They've had like full updates with 5 pages of notes every week for like 120 weeks or something. Honestly, Abiotic Factor is a fun survival sandbox game. I haven't even heard of that one, Grishy. There are so many of them that even if there's like one good one, you are looking at a gigantic pile of shit and swimming through it with scuba gear, trying to find a diamond. That's what you're trying to do when you look at the genre. So even if there are good ones, it's almost impossible to find them. PAX Day, the horror is that someone actually released that game. Oh man, I watched you and Sawman and Benji play that, and let me tell you, I lost interest real fast. Oof.
Time to take over for Sherry.
I didn't get to read it. Okay, Sherry, your turn to read about Daniel for 0.3 seconds.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, now we get a cutscene for this game.
No way. Are they? No, I can't be. Are they about to pull up a line? Oh no! No, they're Will
singing!
Smith cannot hear.
There's fucking singing! Oh Christ.
Me.
I feel like I am invisible and nobody cares. But if you say that it's a dream and I can't do anything, and I'll never ever reach.
Who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
Oh, where the fuck did the tree go?
You can trap me somewhere I shouldn't be, or I'll find my way to leave.
Who the fuck thinks that a musical number belongs in a game that is not like directly like focused on like having some level of theatrical theme behind it? Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Disney. Yeah, no, it's giving solid Disney vibes. I mean, I know there was that new movie Wish where everyone agreed with the villain that the hero was a selfish little shit and she didn't deserve anything. But the musical numbers were trash. I mean, this might actually be better than the Disney Wish movie, to be honest with you. Will Smith is the next Disney princess confirmed. Will Smith is already a Disney princess, right? He's been betrayed. He's been attacked. Someone fucked his wife. You're telling me that his wife's not a dragon keeping him locked up in a tower to milk him every day? He is a Disney princess already. As long as people keep giving money for Control-C, Control-V games, we will keep getting copies of the best games in the recent most loved genres. You're right. You're right, Tape, and I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of this cycle. It's burned me out. Every single time I've seen some post on Twitter where someone's like, we're making a crafting survival game, I immediately like, oh, for fuck's sakes. It like hurts me. I've very rarely felt like this, but very recently, this actually happened to me last week. I saw 2 posts in a row of 2 game studios being like, our new crafting survival game. And you know what the first thing I did was I got up from my PC and I needed a fucking nap. I wasn't tired before those posts. I saw them 2 in a row and that was enough for me. I was like, okay, I'm done. I couldn't continue with my day. It burned me out in under 5 seconds just from reading that. Icarus does have the best tree chopping and survival gathering game I've ever seen. Yeah, but it's still survival. I can't. Even the good ones feel like destroyed for me. I can't do it. I'm done. Sad part is that at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Ugh, I'm so tired. I'm so... Maybe this is just a me problem.
Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go poo-poo. Go doo-doo. You don't have to go now.
I take back everything I said. This is a 10 out of 10 game. There's a take a shit button.
Did I just run over a robot?
Oh, you ran through it. Oh, Christ.
That was beautiful. This game is amazing.
Sorry. I have a habit of singing when I'm on guard duty. I used to...
Give me a second. You ever contemplate suicide? Like actively, like you consider what would be the best way to do it. Like what would be most efficient? What would take me out the fastest, but also leave someone with the least amount of mess to clean up? Sorry, I'm completely unrelated to what I just heard.
Love singing. I've even put out an album before.
We gotta fight the evil Joker gang now. Except they ran out of the budget for sound effects.
What the fuck?
Leah said this game cost $140 million to make. Oh, they ran out of money for animations now.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, we can talk to Will. We can talk to Will now. It's brand spokesperson, Will Smith. Here we go. And it's text only. Will didn't even record any lines for this. Okay. But I'm a bit of a...
Okay. Okay, that made me gain a little bit more respect for Will Smith. Do you know why? Because what this means is this Chinese company gave him what was essentially like an A4 sheet of paper. Said, hey, read this real quick. Here's $20 million. And then left. Sign here. Okay, that's it. That's all he did. And the rest of the time, you just have to see this guy standing here. He made bank off of this, and he had to do fucking nothing. That made me actually gain a little bit of respect for him. Odds this gets copyrighted from the song. Oh, 100%, dude. Yogi, I'm shitting on this thing. I'm shitting on this game. I actually... You know what? Let's double check. Let's see. Did his video get claimed? Absolutely not. But this is a stream, and as we know on YouTube, there are bots that troll YouTube now and look for streams from monetized channels and then automatically claim them. I'm trying to catch a few of them. So maybe this will be a good test. Maybe I can use this to attempt to catch a few of them. There's one show ever that pulled off magical bullshit and managed to not completely turn me away. It was some crazy artistry for sure, but each time it fit into the show. I don't know. I was actually talking about my wife with this earlier. I was thinking about it. Moulin Rouge, I think, pulled it off. To a lesser extent, Les Miserables did okay with it. I thought it was weird in Sweeney Todd, but sure, I understand that that's like a theatrical kind of thing. Cats can go fuck itself. No one likes cats. So it can work. But why the fuck is there a singing scene by some random bitch in an apocalyptic survival horror game with zombies? Also, just little bit of a thing, because I'm a massive lore nerd. Where the fuck did the angry clown gang that we saw before this get the time, the money, and the patience in a zombie apocalypse to find the perfect face paint and clown outfits? And question number 2, did the Chinese devs who made this, that clown gang, were they just modeling themselves into the game? Because I think it's pretty brave to put your entire dev team as a self-insert into your game like that. That's real impressive. It's a bold move. Anyhow, The Magicians was way better than it had any right to be. I've never seen The Magicians. Went into it thinking it's going to be dog shit and that I wouldn't finish a season of. Never even heard of it. I'll probably take a look at that at some point. You made a tier list for this.
Gamer myself. For the kids' sake, I hope so. This ain't a video game. This
Did
is
I make
a
a tier
product.
list?
This drawing fucking sucks.
The kids must have left this drawing. There's got to be some other clues around here, too.
That's not even Will. That's like an impersonator. That's not even the real Will. That wasn't even the Will from Bad Boys Miami Takedown.
Damn, there's a whole other thing going on here.
We aren't the bad guys. Trust me.
They just put PS2 graphics up and it's about the same. I thought that was actually, for a second, I thought that was the same game.
Your mom sent us, all right? Because she knows we're great gamers. Just like you. They could have had Will say that this game would have been fucking legendary.
You! Stay away from my sister!
Don't make me slap your ass. You don't want to see my hand where your lip be at. Oh, Will still got it. He's still...
That is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Got it. What? There's just no voice. They didn't even get the fake Will to do these lines. it just goes. What is this mess? What is this game?
It's a playground!
Damn. That was Will. That was Will. That was the real Will Smith that went, Fuck. Probably not, but...
Where does this man find these games? And how does he... I'm so impressed by Dunkey because I don't know how he gets like the levels of tolerance required to make it that far into a game like that. I don't have that in me anymore. I don't think.